good? Joining us today, we have 4 patients who've been the recipients of high-tech cardiac procedures done here at St. Francis Hospital. And we're going to reunite these patients with their doctors and nurses who were instrumental in saving them. Our first guest is a famous comedian's mother, Janet Knipfing. Janet is the mom of Kevin James, who, as you all know from the King of Queens fame, is a comedian who lives on the island. Janet underwent a high-tech heart procedure known as precision angioplasty with Dr. Richard Shlofmitz, who's the chair of cardiology here at St. Francis Hospital. Before we let Dr. Shlofmitz explain the procedure that he performed on Janet, we do have a little short video from Kevin.
Hey everybody at St. Francis, I wanted to say thank you for all you do. All the doctors, all the people who work there, you guys are amazing. You literally saved my mom's life. Hi Mom, I love you. Happy Valentine's Day. That's what I wanted to tell you guys, that you guys are the greatest. Continue to do what you do. And I may have to come and see you as I have a tree growing out of my head. Okay, God bless. Thank you.
Rich?
Well, that's a hard act to follow, but so when I met Janet, she barely could breathe. One of your major arteries had a critical blockage. And one thing we pride ourselves at St. Francis, whenever you get an intervention at St. Francis, we do something called precision angioplasty. We have a computer that tells exactly the right way to do it. Get the stent in, open up the artery, prevent a heart attack. We didn't feel that you were a great candidate for routine surgery, opening up your chest. So we were able to get the TAVR team, Drs. Petrosian and Robinson, to replace that valve through the groin without surgery. And we're glad we got you here.
I'm glad too. Thank you.
John is an avid jogger, was diagnosed with an irregular heartbeat known as atrial fibrillation. He thought he would never run again. But his cardiologist, Dr. Stephen Mezzafonte, referred him to Dr. David Hock, and they were able to perform something called a radiofrequency ablation for atrial fibrillation, where they literally identify the exact focus from where the irregular heartbeat is coming from, and they're able to kill off those cells that are resulting in this irregular heartbeat, restore normal heart rhythm. And believe it or not, I guess in November of this past year, he completed the New York City Marathon. After suffering from advanced heart failure from a disease he contracted in Central America, David was given 1 year to live if he didn't get a heart transplant. But David had the fortune of running into doctors Rita Germain and Edward Lundy.
I told him that day, I said, I really think you need to start talking about transplant and LVAD right away.
This is the actual pump that we can implant to take over the function of someone's left heart. We're actually able to implant it right in the base of the heart. It then pumps the blood and it puts it into the aorta, taking over the function. This drive line comes out of the abdomen, and we connect this to a battery that supplies the pump. And this can take over the full function of the heart while he was waiting for his heart transplant.
90 years young, Archie was the first person on Long Island to receive a minimally invasive transcatheter mitral valve replacement as part of a major nationwide study.
He was very eager and motivated to embark on new technologies.
He was felt to be high risk, so we discussed a research trial that we were participating in utilizing a catheter-based valve replacement that can be done through a small incision in the chest.
The valve implantation doesn't take long at all, and when the valve deploys, its effect on the heart is almost immediate.
I feel so secure, and the treatment here was just marvelous.
They never gave up on me. When you finish the New York City Marathon and you say to yourself, boy, I have a heart condition, how did I do this? You don't feel like you had a heart condition.
As soon as they put that LVAD in, life changed, energy back.
I do not have any more shortness of breath. I do everything I want to do in life, and I'm thankful to these two gentlemen and to this hospital.
Thank you.